Hey you guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of water. So if you're Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages are for you from the weekend of July the 10th through the 12th, 2020. So I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I ask for your continued support. Remember, these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you guys are wanting to book a reading, be sure to check with me, especially for the remainder of this month, because I might be traveling. I don't know for sure. But yeah, make sure it's okay to order a reading before you pay for it this time. If you want to reach me by phone, that's a different process. I normally post a notification, but you can also just request a call back Monday through Thursdays between 3 and 5 p.m. Mountain Time. All right, so here we have central issue, heart of the matter as the moon. We have the Nine of Wands, the Magician. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. Okay. Oh, and also you can just check down below the description box on how to reach me. Okay, so you guys, I can see from my water signs there may be an emotional weekend. You definitely look like something's heightened. Something makes you very suspicious of something that happens. You might have a dream. You know how like when you have a dream and you look at your boyfriend, because it usually happens to girls. You look at your boyfriend and you just want to punch him because of some dream you had. You tapped into something. But I do feel like, in a sense, it's still... it can be borderline paranoia. There's going to be a need for you to distinguish between what's real and what's the illusion, because I do feel like there's things going on around you that are not real. And I can see why you're in a position where you feel like you don't know who to trust, you don't know what to believe, you don't know what it is you're feeling. So you got to sort some things out, because your emotions, I feel, are being disrupted over the weekend. And I don't know what is currently disrupting the element of water, but something seems disruptive. If this is a love situation, it looks like someone might be selling you an illusion. They're just painting a pretty picture. They're promising all these things. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be a better person. Or like if it's new, I'm going to give you this. This is the type of relationships that I like to have. So someone is selling you on an illusion. Now I got to take it to mass media. Be careful of whatever situation pop up on the news this weekend, because I guarantee it's an illusion. It's inflated. The story is not fully true. There is something is just, it's a movie. So any major news situation that you see this weekend, I feel like I need to warn you, it is not 100% true. They're covering some things up or mixing truth with lies and focusing on the illusionary part of the story. If you are talking to someone, still be careful. Like I said, it just looks like they're making a lot of false promises. Now, on a positive note, if this is talking about your career, you may just be very creative this weekend. Your imagination could be running wild. Maybe you're writing a sci-fi, a romance story or novel, script, TV show. Maybe you are writing a horror film. So this could be part of your occupation, the reason to create illusions and stories. I feel like something could be going on where you are having to make your magic work. So it can be work related. What I'm picking up on might be the fact that you're just working your dream job. It's your job to, now if you're a journalist, like I said, news journalist, it seems like something is being inflated to sell a story. But if you are, you know, writing something that is fictional, then run with it. Go for it. If someone comes into your life, it does seem like something's too good to be true. It could be someone that you really fantasize about or idealize or have been dreaming about. If you hear from this person or they reach out to you, it does seem like it's too good to be true. If you get called in for some sort of job offer, or if you've already been discussing some things with your employer, maybe they're saying things and it just seems like too good to be true. We're going to pay for your relocation expenses. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. So I feel like you're being sold a dream. I'm not going to say everything is 100% false. Some things are true. Some things are going to materialize. Especially if this is talking about relationships. It's like you can have the dream, but it takes a lot of work. Something doesn't come easy. So as long as both people are willing to put the work in, the relationship can last. It can be established. It can be long term. Some of you guys might be trying to get pregnant over the weekend on purpose. You know, I'm talking about those of you that want children and can still have children. I feel like you might be working on that. So sex might be a little routine. Maybe you don't really feel like it, but you're like, hey, I'm ovulating. We've got to do this so we can bring a baby down. I think that you guys are also connecting with someone, with one of your coworkers. Looks like you and a coworker both share the same dreams or fantasies about each other. You could be dealing with any sign, but we do have water energy coming up, so it could be double water. Also could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Those of you that are dating, I feel like you have options. I feel like there's more than one person to choose from. And maybe you're excited because you're like, man, I could see myself with one of them or all of them. But it does seem like someone walks from out of your dreams. Okay, I don't know why. Maybe it's just because of this particular guy. But I feel like maybe someone looks like, you guys are probably not going to know because I'm so old. But there's a singer from the 80s named Albie Shore. And I feel like somebody looks like Albie Shore. Either they look like him or that's part of somebody's name, like Albert Brown or something of that sort. Somebody has been fantasizing about extending the family. If you're single and you start dating someone or you just start talking to somebody, I feel like they do want more children. I feel like they already have children, so I feel like this is a single parent. Somebody wants a big family. They're like, I always wanted a big family. I do feel that if somebody comes back into your life, you might not fully trust them. On a personal note, you guys just might be working on healing your trust or abandonment issues. It's like you're aware of it, You know your triggers, and you're trying to heal from it. Let me look at the moon, matter of fact. So it's funny, it's clarified by shadow side, and the moon is also about, you know, shadows, about doing shadow work. So you guys might be, you might come to the realization that there is more shadow work to do. From a literal sense, you might be doing any type of moon or spell work, dealing with the moon. I feel like you guys are going to be triggered with temptation. If it's not love, it could just be food or something that is like forbidden. Something seems like so forbidden, and I feel like it's coming towards you. Something is screaming your name. You're like, oh my God, this is just screaming my name. And you're afraid of it. You're like, See, somebody is doing some sort of spell work. Either trying to get your attention, win you over, or you could just be doing it on yourself, trying to attract or manifest something. Money or love. Some sort of love triangle. I do see that there is one of the people, somebody's using spell work. Somebody is trying to get someone to come back to them or to stay with them. There are options. Somebody, I see two separate relationships. I see someone that is a reflection of your lower half, your shadow self. And then I also see someone who is a reflection of your higher self and everything that is good. You know, honestly, this person might have multiple personalities, or they're a mixture between the two. Matter of fact, looking at these two cards here makes me feel that maybe someone does have multiple personalities, or might have some sort of personality disorder that can get triggered. It could be that you bring out someone's compulsive behavior, or someone around you brings yours out. Even again, if it's not in love, let's say for instance, you're on a diet and you're like, I'm doing good, I'm doing me. And then other people around you are not on a diet and they're eating all the things that trigger you. And you're like, oh my God, okay, maybe one chip won't hurt. Maybe just a bite of cake won't work. Oh, maybe just a few licks of ice cream is okay. You know, so something is going on where I feel like you're being triggered some type of way to something that is sweet and forbidden. Yes, and a story can get a little dark because this temptation is not for the entire story, but definitely for some of you is about flirting with someone who is in an established relationship, or you are the one in a relationship but you're being tempted. So either way, it just still looks like someone is trying to be committed to a relationship. Someone also could be trying to be committed to that diet, or just committed to a lifestyle period, and is having trouble doing so. Love related, it does look like having to make a decision. And I joked about wanting all of them, but maybe that really is a situation where it's like, why can't I have all of them? We can all be together. It may not be time for you to make a decision on who to move forward with. This also could be getting several job offers. So the Ten of Cups is also being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, which makes me feel that whatever you've been wishing for or whatever you've been imagining, you've been thinking about this, or even dreaming, something that you've been dreaming about is because it's meant for you. Something is getting ready to happen. Time frame wise, I would say maybe by the end of the month. Some things are getting ready to come into fruition for you. So I see somebody like literally building a home or getting the home of their dreams. Something may be inspiring you to go towards your passions, anything that you've been passionate about. Something's been inspiring you to go towards that. You might have some sort of revealing dream that confirms something that you already wanted to do. And it's just like, that's the green light from Spirit. Like, yes, that is for you. Go for it. Someone wants you to know that you mean the world to them, and they're going to show it or come out with it, reveal that truth. You may not realize that you've been still communicating with someone who you tried to move on from or have been trying to move on from. Something is meant to be. Some of you guys are belong to the same soul group or soul family, and you're on a similar path. Not sure what may have happened to take you apart, but or maybe you just met up with this person and you feel like something's so good to be true. I just feel like it is meant for you. Let me look at, somebody's been covering up the fact that they are hurting too. All right, let me see something here. So you as a water sign could definitely be lurking or covering something up or withholding some sort of information. I also feel that you as a water sign, if you feel suspicious about someone, your suspicions could be right. Spiritually, I see you guys are tapped into someone else's energy. So if you feel very emotional this weekend, a lot of crying or anger or just extreme emotions, I feel like you're tapped into someone else's energy. It doesn't, regardless if you know them or not, it might be a stranger or it might be someone you know. I feel like it's leaning more towards an earth sign, but it could be any of the signs that I named. I even feel like an earth sign is responsible or going to be responsible for your next relationship or your next job. Oh, what else was I picking up on this? Okay. If you've been trying to ignore someone, I feel like this person has still been watching. They think it's cute the way you ignore them. They're not taking you serious. They're like, oh, isn't that cute the way they aren't responding. Like for them, I just feel like they don't care. Somebody is like completely detached. I do feel that somebody out here is okay with open relationships, or will start to warm up to the idea. And I think it's because of the circumstances. I think there's some sort of unusual circumstances where that's not something that you would normally be into, or someone around you would not normally be into. But I feel like someone is becoming open to it. Maybe because you're so attracted to someone, either mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever the case. Something is, I feel like you might be acting out of character, or someone is, you're like, what are you doing to me? Like, I don't normally do this, or I don't normally act this way or say these things. And I do feel like someone has not a literal spell over you, although for some of you, yes, I do feel like it is. But for others of you, it's just like someone has a strong influence over you. And you're like, why do I believe everything? Why am I at first I feel like you don't really trust, but then eventually you kind of give into whatever is being sold to you. And keep in mind, like I said, it could be flipped. This might be you. You might be coercing or convincing someone to do something, or to act out of character, do something that they don't normally do. And I know I talk about love a lot, but it can be in any situation. I do see that somebody is a computer programmer or a coder. They have enough knowledge to crack the system or your personal information, basically. I don't know how, but someone is able to hack your life, or, you know, your personal information. All right, so let's pull some energy cards. Oh, and I see music. I see somebody making music. So those of you that are creative and work in the arts, I see you creating music. So either you are a music producer, or you're dealing with a music producer. Somebody might even write a song for you. All right, additional messages for my water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I feel like you're going to get an offer that you just can't refuse. Somebody is also maybe going from rags to riches, or feeling a sense of hopelessness to fulfillment. So we have financial constraint, man holding a coin, adjacent possibilities, and happy family. So this, to me, again, confirms that your wishes will be fulfilled. Something seems too good to be true. I see you enjoying a lot of time this weekend, and just kind of living out a dream, or just being happy and relaxed is just a beautiful time for you this weekend. But it does look like there's something that you don't have, and this person has it. They're like, I have what you need. I got what you need. And so, but you're kind of like, what's the trick? You know, this seems impossible. Something seems like a magic trick. There's a door on the floor. And I feel like something is opening up a possibility to you finding your happiness. So I don't know what it is. It could be that dream person, dream job, or having that family. There's more than one way to fulfill your dreams. You may have been too, what do you call it? One-sided, or just too tunnel vision, only having tunnel vision. But I see something opening up. You didn't know that there was so many opportunities around you. If you're trying to figure out what your talent is, you might discover that you have multiple talents. You might be taken aback by that and just really surprised that you found out that you can make money so many different type of ways. And you're like, man, I didn't know I could do this, I could do that. You also might get the assistance of family. I don't know, family might be stepping in to help, aid, or assist. I feel like somebody who has too much is giving something away. I almost feel like, I want to say as far as something far-fetched. Say, for instance, you really need a home, but you don't have good credit, you don't have any money saved up for a home. It just seems impossible. And you run into somebody that has too many homes. They're like, oh yeah, me and my husband, we're going to the south of France. You know, you're welcome to stay at this home, or if you want to rent it and maybe possibly buy it at a later date, that would be fun. You know, so I almost feel like something seems far-fetched, but it's like real. It's reality. I also feel like because of some sort of loss, that it forces you to look at other possibilities. It forces you to just kind of reroute your life or your situation and just look at it from a completely different perspective. You're going to come to some sort of realization that there are many avenues to achieve a dream. You thought you could only go this route, but there are so many other routes. This also looks like spiritually, some sort of portals being opened where people are tapped into other people's lives or energies, and somebody going in and out of portals. Really, that makes me think of dreams. Like you might have a bunch of dreams where it's almost like you're just kind of spirit traveling. You're like, I'm in this dream, and before you know it, now I'm here in this dream, and now I'm connecting with people in it. So I feel like this is spiritually, this is about some sort of portal jumping, which really just seems like about dreams. You're hopping in and out of having different realities and experiences. You're gonna find something where you least expected it. Put it that way. You're gonna find a treasure. You're going to find people weren't looking here. People were distracted. People were looking at the wrong thing. Like I was talking about earlier with the illusion, and it seems like something is too good to be true. I feel like you are the one that sees something. Like if you see somebody, like, which cup is it under? And for some reason you can just see, you're like, is that one? Like it never loses your sight, or you, for whatever reason, are able to always see where the magician is hiding. That's because you and a magician are tapped into each other. You and a magician are one and the same. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, you guys are one and the same. So there's no trick that they can do that gets past you. You have access to the magician's information. So the magician is the person that is creating an illusion. Simple terms too, this is the same as somebody who can guess every freaking scene in a movie. They're that irritating person that you don't want to watch a movie with, because they keep everything they say, it's like predicted. It's like, oh, and this is about to happen, that's about to happen. It's like, how do you know this? Like, stop it. It's like you being in the same, they're in the same head as the writer. So somebody shares the same reality and is being connected through collective consciousness, if you want to look at it that way. But you're tapped into it. Maybe you also just kind of realize that. So, yeah, you're going to find your peace and happiness too. So, hope that makes sense for you guys. Feel free to leave comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.